welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond, and as always, thank you for all the support on the channel. If you do enjoy, please do drop a like and subscribe. It means the world to me, and I really appreciate all of you. We're almost at 120, which is just absolutely insane. About a month and a half ago, I never thought I'd be here. Let's get right into this. We have a fan favorite, Beastie as a Delhi on the left-hand side of the map, and on the far right, we have Garneth, 3D Garneth as the Mongols. Now, this is being played in the Golden League this weekend, so if you don't have a chance, please do check it out. It's incredible to watch. I'm going to be picking a few of these games to be casting, because not all of them are casted by the main commentators. I believe Winston and Killer Pigeon were doing it today, doing an unreal job, so shout out to them. And do go check out Beastie and Garneth. I'll leave their links to their social media in the description below. Now, I have looked up the statistics for this matchup. Currently at Conquer and above, as always, I'll pop it up right now. Mongols currently set a 52% win rate to the Delhi. Now, the Delhi seems pretty over-tuned or tuned really well, as Marine Lord put it. Marine Lord, post his last Golden League victory, mentioned how good the Delhi are. They just essentially hit a certain point, and they just have more units than you, and they have more upgrades. You essentially just don't know what to do. Now, of course, a fan favorite as well is water. Water maps, always so much fun to watch people just build a bazillion ships. Going to be interesting to see on this map if this plays an overwhelming role. The water, whoever wins the water wins everything else. Or if it gets into more of on the lines of and fires a low damage arrow. So the Delhi can put on the attack if needed. Interesting to see if both sides just go for all in on the water, or if one of them decides to go for more of a all in on the land to kind of counteract it. Now, in these tournaments, no one really gives up that quickly. So if by like around 11 minutes you think that they should be calling it already, it doesn't matter. They're going to try their absolute hardest. The same reason why you'd never give up on a basketball game at a school game, you'd never give up on a football game, X, Y, and Z. These are pros. They're going at it. They're doing the absolute best, and they're going to try to trick each other. There's always something to do, and we got an absolute plethora of rams. Look how majestic these rams are. Let me just zoom in really quick. So we have the rams in the back, sheep in the front. Is that, I believe that, oh no, there's a straggler back here. They're just trying to act like a ram. All good. It's all good. Let's see. We just have all the upgrades as per usual with the Delhi, because they get pretty much unlimited. That doesn't cost them anything, just time, which is what makes them so powerful. I think part of the reason what makes them so powerful at the moment. The Mongol Scout, though, can fire arrows, so it can be slightly annoying. This villager will have to make the long journey home to the safety of the town center. But with 14 sheep sitting there, Beastie's going to be just fine, especially with already 4 fishing boats out on the map to the 0 of Garneth. So that's already a huge discrepancy going, and the fishing boats are continuing. And with the constant eco upgrades, if you give Beastie the time / the Delhi the time, we do have the early calves coming out here to do a little bit of harassment. It is super nice to see that the Mongols have something else to do besides just Tower Rush. I know I only recently got into the game about a month ago, but from my understanding of the Mongols is that their entire viable strategy before Season 4 was Tower Rush, and everything else was kind of hit or miss. So it's really nice to see that they can go a bit different way. I do like this early pressure, actually getting pretty nice. That one's going down though, which is unfortunate. So if it gets this, it could be worth. Does not. So only 1 civilian for 2 horse. It's not the worst trade ever, plus some idle time, but definitely didn't want to lose both of those right away. We have more horsemen coming out, but we already have these 2 early spearmen, which, as we see in every game, will desperately try to run. A bold move here by Beastie. I was going to say, did you not just see those horsemen? Hopefully... Hey, slackers! Roll back. Where are you going? Alright, I guess you're not important enough to deal with this, or... I mean, that's just like that. Where are we going? You could have helped. You could have done more there for sure. Now, one dude doing the whole group project by himself. Doing well, though, I will say. Obviously, Beastie, far better than I am at this game, so not going to pretend that he did not make the right decision there. But I will say it did seem a little bit unfair that one spearman had to deal with the rest. Does have a partner in crime now. The two chasing down this one horseman. We have Fish. I'm not even going to click over there much more anymore until we see some actual attack boats. Oh, the tower just does get up in time, so those are going to be safe to collect that gold. Pretty nice scouting there by 3 to the Garneth. Saw that the 2 spearmen decided to take the offensive route around, knowing that that was going to come back and possibly be impactful to him. So decides to put up the outpost over here, which is very, very nice and is protected. We have 5 fishing boats over there for Garneth. I believe we have 8. Going to be closing on 9. So BC just cruising. The fishing boats do count as army for the Delhi because they can shoot. Even the little arrow still counts. Same, I believe, with the Khan over here. If they can do damage and not just like pull out their little pea shooters like the civilians do, unless they're the English villagers, then you're packing a little bit different. Oh, gonna sneak another civilian kill, I think. Yep, gets one more. So good harassment here by Garneth, but the only unfortunate part, honestly, is that it's nothing really gonna. Oh, does get one more, which is really actually super important. The only unfortunate part for Garneth is that there's 10 fishing boats at the current moment. We have spearmen going down to take out this dock. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the other spearmen would come join. I think these 2 are going for that duty. These 2 are protect the gold at all cost duty. I feel like I'd much rather just throw a Molotov cocktail at a standing building than be the one to chase around. Guys, I hope these ones have the Nikes on because they're going to be doing some dances for sure. I love this. Keep it in the actual mineral line itself. That way, if the horses go for it, they can get at least 2 off. We do have a war junk coming out on this side of Garneth. Going to be hoping to protect this dock over here, and it's just in range of that town center, so going to be safe over there. And I like this early, getting the early mill just to get the upgrades, not necessarily even needing it right off the rip, especially with all this fishing. But it's always good to get those early upgrades as fast as you can with Delhi, which is why a lot of players also throw down the double blacksmith. Wow, that took me far too long to get out. Oh, we have 3 civilian kills so far already, but these horses are going to be deterred. Now there's 5 spearmen out, 9 on the map. I believe a lot of them are down here. Yep. And this war junk can be throwing seeds at this scout. Says get the hell away. Fair play. Well, and now we're going to roll up here with the scout and the spearman. Getting a little cheeky harass over here, but with that outpost, it's going to be pretty null and void. We have circling again, but there's still the bodyguard sitting there. There's the 1 blacksmith. Let's see if we see 2. Sometimes like I said, sometimes I guess it right, sometimes I don't. But the Delhi is it's a pretty standard build at this point in terms of you just want to get as many upgrades as humanly possible, which is why the Delhi are just part of the reason, like I mentioned, are just so strong right now. The Dome of Faith just hanging out, making a bunch of, what are these called? Scholars. I always get confused because there's prelates, there's scholars, there's monks, there's just so many different things. It's really truly going to get even better and better. Something that I'm working on for casting. Ooh, we do have a little bit of a boat battle. One day I would love to see just maybe a tone down of the damage done by these boats, or a maximum number, just so that you could essentially, it makes it a little bit more in-depth besides just producing as many as possible, and if you win, you win. That would be kind of nice, kind of like how it is on land, where there's like the cat and mouse game of they make spearmen, so you make archers. If they make archers, then you make horsemen. So this is like more cat and mouse. It's more like, do I have a demo ship? Do I have more war junks than you? GG. But we do see a lot of these archers coming out, which is nice, up to 8 already for Garneth. So we're going to be able to provide a lot of harassment and a lot of damage done to the... it's going to be hard for BC to do anything into this army with these 9 hardened spears. But as I mentioned that, here comes the cavalry to deal with this. Another civilian killed, so 4 picked off for Garneth, looking good. Has a 10 civilian lead, which is also super nice. But remember, these civilians are counted with the fishing boats over here, and beasties are counted into his army. So, I don't know why I just panned away from this. This is a Royal Rumble in the pit, Octagon style, living it up. We do have multiple scholars in here, though, so no one's going to die, besides that poor scout. I'm so sorry. But the red aftermath, the bodies on the floor, show that that was a very positive trade for Beastie, not so positive for Garneth. Going to be chased down, running for their absolute lives. Rip. One spearman, though, going to do some damage. See, stands his ground. Love that for him. They run right past him like he wasn't even there. And now his friends pop out, so Beastie's going to respect that and move on. We already have the upgrades coming out. And archery range as well. No double blacksmiths just yet. We have a smattering of houses out in here. Kind of look like a nice little town set up, honestly. This is the trendy part of the neighborhood. Industrial section over here. We have 4 on gold hanging out. We have another like I said, an archery range coming in to just sprinkle in those archers to kind of deal with this front line over here, which is the response to these horsemen. Neither side really electing to to go all in on the boat front. We do have 5 war junks coming out for Beastie, 2 explosive dows, 2 normal dows. We have 6 war junks over here for Garneth and only 1 explosive ship. So Beastie currently leading in the water and on land, it seems. So we're going to see Garneth's response. I do like this cheeky outpost right here. If it can go up, that'd be really nice. It would cause a little bit of harassment and just cause a little bit of idle time, which if this does go up, it's going to be worth it just for the idle time alone. Remember, trading guys in... Trust me, I'm still learning this as well, as I'm about to get to Platinum. No big deal. So I will be dropping that series at 250 subscribers with my friend. Hopefully the quest will now be from Platinum to Diamond, possibly from Diamond to Conqueror. Depends on how good I am. I am getting closer to 30 than I am 20, so let's not pretend that I'm going to have the best micro in the micro or macro in the world, but I'll do my best. But remember, it's not always about just trading out exact resources for exact resources. Idle time on civilians is super important. Beastie does get the sacred site. That's all that matters over here. Super important for Delhi as they get gold from the sacred site win. This outpost does go down, and as you can see, Beastie dips, goes now. Okay. So, unfortunately for Garneth on this map, there's a plethora of trees behind the base as well, which not on every base is the case, so this is even more effective. But I do love that this outpost is going down, next one going up here, so slowly moving forward and causing more and more damage. The trendy part of the neighborhood is getting destroyed, which is unfortunate for them. The blacksmith is super important. As you can see, the queued up technologies, which is why you do see some people go for the double blacksmith, just so they don't have to queue them up like this. Another house going to go down. So Garneth really putting the pressure on. Beast is going to be supply capped in a second. Well, not if he loses a bunch of people. Because now we have also a water attack going on. So as Garneth is focusing his time on the land, we have Beastie absolutely slaughtering via sea. And once Beastie secures the sea battle, it's going to be very hard for Garneth to keep up in the economic department, even with all this damage being done. As you can see, Beastie now has a very comfortable and safe place to gather wood to maintain his production for the ships, which is also super important on maps like this. Remember, if you can take out their wood, you can also effectively take out their ships as well. We do have one more archer just popping out and then running for the hills, which I respect as well. Beastie's army, actually pretty sizable, so I don't think that there's many. I don't think they want to dive this town center. There's no really armored units. Does get the archery range, which is pretty nice. Gonna see if they can pick off this blacksmith as well, just to see if they can slow down the Delhi upgrades, which as you can see have already come in fast and furious. We have an all-in now because as you can see, Beastie completely crushed on water. If Garneth does not win outright right here, it's pretty much going to be GG because you cannot compete with deep water fishing which is also why people would like to see some sort of change to fishing, because it's all just how many boats can you build, and if you can survive on land long enough for that fishing economy to kind of kick in, no one can really match it. Look at the food difference right now per minute. It's absolutely insane. And Beastie also able to pretty much use all of his civilians to build up a huge lead with wood as well, which is why he was able to acquire such a massive fleet. We do have 2 rams going in. Beastie kind of waiting patiently, just building up as much force as he possibly can, knowing full well that as long as he survives this, he's in absolutely no rush, because his economy is just fine. Has wood, doesn't have gold though. Well, it does have passive gold coming in as a Delhi player, because he was able to secure the sacred site just in time. So really, really solid play here by Beastie. And I was gonna say you're gonna want to pull these archers really quickly, because you do not want to lose this ram. Beastie super going for it. Think a little bit of a misclick there. Did not want to go that far. Has a lot of villagers killed. Beastie has more because he killed all of the fishing boats. Let's see if they can get this ram done. There goes the army. These rams are going to be cooked. And I believe that's going to be GG for Garneth. Might not call it for another few more minutes, because Beastie's going to have to run across the entire side of the map. And was able to get really, really good damage. The stable even going down. So did do a solid amount of damage, but really can't compete with 16 fishing boats on deep water. And also, I will say, while he did a ton of damage, he didn't take out Beastie's army. So, and there they go. Beastie moving in, gonna look to loop around on these archers. These horsemen are really in a rough spot. I'm trying to avoid as best they can all of these spears, and they were able to do it. Beastie able to do the loop-de-loop and pull, and now they are in on the archer backline, which is not what you want. We have tons and tons of scholars coming in here with all the healing, and now these bowmen are absolutely ripping them apart. Was able to get bowman level 1, same with Garneth, but before that Blacksmith went out, and we have an absolute annihilation. So the Mongol went on the offensive, and now going to be on the defensive / just eliminated from this game. 34 archers for Beastie, 19 fishing boats. We have 11 scholars coming out, and there's going to be about 10 horsemen coming out to cross the field. These guys, absolute chads of the group, going, you know what? We don't need the rest of you. Got this myself. The rest of them wanted to deal with these outposts, which makes sense. Both those are gone. Oh, just the one. An absolute perfect sequence, shooting down all these things. We have this cheeky little wall over here. Beastie sending a few more things over here, but they will be caught out, but it doesn't really matter. We have Castle Age going down for Garneth as a desperation attempt. It's a military landmark. They'll healing aura, they'll additional damage, but I just don't think it's going to be enough, because all of this is going to be coming to that base very, very soon. Does get the level 1 armor defense as well, but again, I just don't think it's going to be enough. The Delhi player is going to start to take all these sacred sites, start to get a ton of gold per minute. As you can see, the food difference is massive. It's just impossible to keep up. Double the population as well, and as I mentioned, there's not going to be a quick GG just because they want to make sure for sure. And it's in tournament settings, so they're not just going to GG out. But you can't compete with this feudal age push. Absolutely slaughtering all these archers, and here come the rest of the spearmen. And the military landmark isn't even down right now. It's just in a little capsule, a useless little capsule that is now found. Trying to move it towards its production buildings, but not able to. There it goes. It's being put back up. Damage is done. Compound of the Conqueror coming down as well for Beastie, securing the sacred site. Wouldn't be surprised if you see another one go out. Oh, there's only 2 on this map, so I'm an idiot. But securing all the sacred sites. There's sacred site victory. That's why it popped up. I'm so dumb. Really crossing all the I's, crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's. There you go. Nice try. But Beastie gonna be absolutely slaughtering. Look at how tanky these lancers are, though, I will say. Surrounded by archers and still not able to do anything. But just one spearman in the mix and it's going to be all over. I do like to switch to armor units, but at this point, again, I don't think it's in the cards. Beastie now Castle Age as well. So all these upgrades are going to be coming out, which means that once and there it is. Garnet saw that the Castle Age came in, and it was going to be GG's. Excellently played by Beastie. 1 water, 1 on land. Wasn't too greedy on land, really pulled back, let Garnet destroy a lot of his and if you can also as well, drop a comment on what kind of civilization you'd like to see next in the next commentary. And if there's any other videos that you guys would like to see, let me know. And also, I hope you guys have a great night.